Basically been involved in Fashion Week and so many other shows in the last 30 years. So where did your journey in hairdressing start to where you are now? Because you've achieved so much. So how did it start?
Right, so the journey started out after I'd completed my college, and I suppose my first and foremost place was Toni&Guy, where I went off to train and become completely qualified with the company, and I've been with the company ever since.
Does it generally take you to do one person?
One person in a show, it varies. I mean, we usually on London Fashion Week have a slot for 3 hours, but that 3 hours consists of us having to look after at least about 30 models. So it'd be a team of about 15 of us, 15 to 20.
What stands out to you out of all of the shows that you've actually done?
I'd probably say the ones that I really love doing is it's a section called Ones to Watch. So they're usually students that have just come out of Central St Martin's, and they're in their final year and they get selected and chosen to go on London Fashion Week, and they're sponsored for it. So just to see the enthusiasm of these kids that have graduated, it's just so exciting. It's exhilarating for us to be able to assist them in the next part of their journey.
And one interesting thing that you mentioned to me is that you got selected to be chosen to launch the Ilford Salon here where we're sitting right now with Toni&Guy. Like, how did that happen? How did you use that? Like, of course you've had like so many years of experience, but I mean you were given that responsibility to do that.
The really great thing about that is Toni Toni&Guy, Toni Mascolo. He has a very unique way of selecting his franchisees, and it's not a case of you come along and say, okay, I'd like to have a salon. He hand picks and chooses who he would like as his franchisees, and this is based on how he knows you as a person. I worked with him for many years at Sloane Square in his salon, and I worked alongside him for 5 years, so we had a really close relationship, and we always had a close relationship. He gave the utmost support in every single way there was, as a father, as a mentor, as a friend, as a boss, and basically he just said to me one day, would you like to open up Ilford? And here we are.
Absolutely love what you've done with my hair, Keera. It's so simple, but yet like so effective. So tell me, you've been in the industry for such a long time. So what have been your challenges throughout these years?
I think my biggest challenges has been about the industry that I've gone into. It's been predominantly very, very male orientated. And when I went back into the industry, I went back in with having very, very young children. So I walked into this male, masculine environment, and that's probably my hardest challenge that I came across.
And like over the years, do you feel like that stigma has changed? Like there are a lot more women hairdresser leaders?
Yeah, most certainly so. When I started my salon, there was probably only 3 of us that were franchisees, female franchises. Well, I was one of the first female franchises, but now there's an awful lot more.
And being a British Asian woman yourself, did you find any challenges of going into this industry?
One of the things that I didn't ever have a challenge of was me being Asian, because I don't perceive myself as being any different to anybody else. So if I didn't have that approach towards it, no one else could have that approach towards me. In terms of society, my family-wise, not at all. My father was my first supporter, my biggest supporter.
And you've trained a number of women. Like, how old are they when they come to you?
They start usually as young as 15. I've had some of my team here that started from when they stood at school, Saturday girls, and the majority of my team have been here with me 10 years plus.
That must be amazing, just like watching them and seeing them go through that journey.
Yeah, we see them go through having their relationships, getting married, having a family, buying their first home, having their families and coming back and returning to work. So it's a really nice journey, and we're just a whole big family here.
And an entrepreneur, from your journey 30 years ago to being the art director at Toni&Guy and having your own salon and doing several shows across like the whole of the UK. Like, that's phenomenal. So have there been any other challenges that you've personally found as a woman leader?
I think the other challenges I probably found was getting a work-life balance. Having the children that were really quite young when I started the salon, they were only 3 and 5 years old. Setting up a business as a sole person, and just balancing, having to spend time with the family. I hope I did that quite well.
And how do you feel like you overcame that, or like how would you suggest other women in similar situations to kind of overcome that situation?
Just to find solutions and not see it being a problem. So if there is a situation where you have to sort out childcare or you're working out work-life balance, just find a solution, because there is a solution always.
Oh, thank you. What advice would you like to share and, just give your audience, or any woman, any guy, anyone that's interested in the creative industry or the hair industry, like, what would you want to share with them?
Okay, the advice that I would give is, for example, we've got a new starter with us who's only been with us for about a month, is immerse yourself with complete creativity in every aspect you possibly can. Be it from your bedroom, be it from your friends, be it into the salon. Make sure you're surrounded by magazines, make sure you're surrounded by images, make sure you listen to the right music, anything that's going to enlighten you and lift you every single day, so you're full of creativity before you even start your day out.
Thank you, Keera. And if anyone would like to follow Keera's journey, you can follow her on Instagram.
KeeraKsira.
Thank you, guys.